the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Addison Rae, how you feeling today, girl?
Feeling good.
Look at
How
the
you
smile.
feeling?
Let's give it up for Addison Rae in the building, y'all. Come on now. Hey.
Hi, Addison.
Hello.
We're so happy that you're in New York. You love coming to New York.
I do. I love
Man.
New York. I always have really fun, crazy nights in New York.
Oh, boy.
What's been like one that you just cannot get out of your brain where it's like, this was the best night so far in New York?
Like ever?
Yeah.
I went to Poppy Juice. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
No. All right, break it down. Come
It's
on
like
now.
just a really amazing, like club night. I don't know. It was one of the best experiences. It was my first time going when I went, and I had the best time ever. It was like really wild, and everybody was just making out and dancing and sweating, and the music was amazing. I don't know. It was just such a incredible, insane thing. I've never experienced something like it. It was beautiful.
It's one of those things that like it only happens in New York City type of an
Yes.
energy, right?
Mhm.
So is that what you're drawn to here, or is it the shopping? Is it the fact that you get to do the BMAs? Is it the fact that you got songs going? Is it? I mean, like there's so much that happens around here.
I know.
How do you pick and choose like what you're getting involved in when you come to our monstrosity
Right.
of a metropolis?
Not monstrosity. I feel like honestly, what I respect and love about New York is the
Yeah.
spontaneous nights that can happen, and so I always kind of like surrender to the spontaneous
Let's
nights,
go.
you know, and just like go with it, but only if it feels right.
Yeah.
I did like the Boiler Room with Charli XCX when I was here, so
fire.
that was really fun. I feel like every time I've been in New York, I've just had really like overwhelmingly amazing experiences. So
Go ahead with it. Yeah, just like talking about sweating it all out. Losing calories. I ain't
and
mad
the
at
food
that.
is really good. I mean,
Facts.
you know.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, Charli XCX, this summer, you were able to go on stage.
I know, it
And
was
you
so fun.
Performed the Von Dutch remix, which was crazy. I have to talk about that because
Okay.
that is probably now the most iconic scream of all
Oh,
time.
thanks. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
Where did that come from? What was happening before? I think you did that in one take, right?
Yeah. Which is really funny. I honestly didn't expect it to end up in the final song whenever it happened.
Really?
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, and it ended up connecting with a lot more people than I thought. So people just really love to scream, and I'm into it. Because on stage, it was really, therapeutic to have like that entire moment of like everyone screaming. I almost wish it was longer. I'm like, can we just scream for like a minute straight? I don't know.
You know what that does to the
What
vocal
was
cords?
told to you?
Okay, you're right. I know. I have to think about that, by the way. And I actually now thinking about it, I'm like, wow, that was probably not the smartest thing to do in the song because now, got to do that.
But what was told to you? Like, were you given that direction, or were you just like, I need to do that?
So we were actually doing like ad libs, and
Yeah.
Charli was like, "Oh, just go in the studio and do like an ad lib take." And I was like, "Okay." And I went in there, and ad libs are like not my favorite thing because I'm just like, "Oh, okay, let's just repeat a few things, whatever, see what feels right,
Yeah.
whether it's just like a yeah or whatever." And then I was like, "Okay, the song is nearing the end, and there's this space in the production," and I was like, ran out of things to say and do, so I was like, I'm just gonna scream, and I did. And I mean, Charli, her reaction was in that video, and that was just what it was, and it was just really, coincidental, I guess, that Terry was also filming at the same time, so it was kind of amazing, and we got that video, but really funny.
And then when you saw that everyone loved it,
I know,
it
I
became,
couldn't
like,
believe
such a
it. I
trend.
was-
Like that was the thing.
It was just so wild, and it was honestly like I had a little boost of confidence because I was like, oh, like that was just so random, and people liked
and
it.
me,
Like
and it was you. Like,
I loved it. Yeah, it's really special. I'm glad
To be
people liked
in
it.
Charlie's space and to watch that momentum, to grow into what it has over this past summer. How fun is it to be able to, call someone like that a pal? You know what I mean? To be
Yeah.
like, yo, that's the homie, and and to have that same energy be something that not only your fans, give to you, but that you just got to be a part of, and you get to be a part of. What's that feel like for this summer to be so rad with, with capital BRAT?
She is amazing, and I don't know if you guys have ever met her, but she is just absolutely amazing in real life, and just so kind, so supportive, has given me such confidence as an artist, and she's been doing this so long. She's like a true professional, a true artist, and it's really inspiring, I think, to see someone who's just continuously outdone themselves and continued to follow their heart and everything they do. And yeah, it's just really nice to have her around and ask her questions and get her opinion. And
For sure.
yeah, she's the reason why Diet Pepsi's called Diet Pepsi. She had told me like,
tell us that story. Yeah.
I had played her the song actually when we were here to do the Boiler Room set, and she was like immediately after like, what's it called? And I was like, oh, it's we don't know, like I don't know, backseat, like I had it in my phone as like backseat bitch, and like that was just what it was in my phone as, and it was the file. Sorry if I'm not supposed to curse.
No, right.
Okay, I'm like bleep it out.
Yeah,
But and she was like, "Oh, you should call it Diet Pepsi," and I was like, "I'm interested in that," and it really like. I thought about it a lot after that, and so I was like, okay, if it's provoking me this much, maybe it's a really great title, and so I did it.
And what were you thinking of when you were writing Diet Pepsi? Like, what was going through your head?
I mean, I think lyrically, I tried to keep it pretty up for interpretation for the most part, you know, and let people have their own experiences with it and everything. But I was kind of just thinking of things that are very like true to me and the story and like my life, and you know, I love Diet Pepsi, so. I love regular Pepsi as well. Like that, I am like, might as well have the regular one. But I love Pepsi and always have. And so I was kind of just like trying to keep these things true to myself as I was writing it, and also making it visual, because I think those things are really visual, and I like when I can imagine something. I'm such a visual artist, so when I can see a lyric, it's like really nice that you can imagine what is happening in that moment, you know.
Well, and that was the thing for me personally, hearing the song first and then watching the video, watching it come together and seeing the visual match what I kind of had, you know, this film noir, this, you know, thing. But I do have some questions about the video.
Yeah.
How many takes did it take to get the foot to the face and the like how you know what I mean? That must have been, and also, parking lot. Are we talking somewhere on? I don't know if you. I used to live in Lafayette. Somewhere on Ambassador Caffrey.
Oh my
Are we
God,
talking
imagine.
that? You know what I'm saying?
Imagine.
Like,
People would be like, "What is wrong?"
What's happening at that Whataburger? Like where?
Oh, I wish.
But yeah. So how many takes did it take for that foot to the mouth to the, you know?
The whole spoon-fed, foot-fed, I don't know. So that actually was I think it was just one take, right? It was like one like consecutive shot of just like going for it. It was actually really funny. I have so many videos on my phone of it because my friends were recording like the behind the scenes of it, and I'm literally dying laughing in the back seat, like because I was laying in the back seat with my feet over the driver's seat, and so I'm literally laughing so hard, and there's food everywhere. There's like French fries stuck to my arm. Like it was such a mess, but it was so much fun. And Drew Van Acker is an incredible actor and somehow kept a straight face through most of it, which was really surprising because I don't know how he did it, but it was really, really fun. and no, it was at actually a gas station in the middle of like Pasadena. It was really scary, honestly, because we were just in the middle and people were driving by like, what is going on? And we were like, nothing.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, nothing to see. Just me on top of a car. Yeah.
And back to the song. I mean, you put out songs before and your fans have loved them, but it feels like Diet Pepsi now is getting this worldwide love. How does that feel that you've been trying and now it feels like this record is really breaking you out?
I mean, it feels amazing that people connect with any of my music in general. And I think, you know, it happens when it's supposed to, and it finds the people it's supposed to, and so it's been really, really nice, and I've had so much gratitude because I just can't believe this many people are feeling the feeling that I felt. I feel like getting, you know, to hear the song or getting the video or seeing the video, and I don't know, it's really special.
Well, what it goes to is exactly what you said. Is it's you were having fun creating this record, the video, even, you know, the messiness that's in the car. That's you know what I mean. It's fun.
Oh,
it's
if you think the video looked like I was having fun, we were having 10 times more fun in real life.
And that's
actually
what connects, and that's why, you know. So as you just said, it's happening at this point in time because it's finding the people who are ready to accept.
To receive it.
To receive it, and you're doing such a beautiful job of that. I don't know if we're allowed, but I mean, do you have plans in December or anything like that? Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't want this conversation to be like the last time that we hang out.
I know, same. Honestly, I don't even know.
Do we get you Christmas gifts?
No, honestly, like my life is sometimes extremely unpredictable, and I go with it. I love it. I love being unpredictable, and
all right.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to see you in December.
All right, we'll put a pin in that. Yeah, what does the rest of 2024 and 2025 look like? I mean, performing at the VMAs and just like going.
Oh my gosh, I'm not performing yet, but,
but
eventually
still being
presenting.
Like a part of all these things. Like, what is the whole situation like look like for you for 2024 and going into 2025? Where's your heart leading you?
I think just continuing to be creative and acting, dancing, making more music, and just following whatever feels really right.
Yeah.
You know, coming to New York,
Smile.
going party and dance. I don't know.
We see a lot of
Going back at home. I need to go back home soon.
okay.
Yeah. By the way, are
Holidays,
you
know?
are you escaping? Like, there's a little bit of a storm. Your family and friends, okay,
I know.
that are happening.
It's
in
really
Lafayette
scary.
Right now,
It's supposed to be tomorrow. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really scary. I don't even know what to do. I'm like,
Check in.
I'm like trying to Amazon a generator. I don't even know how to handle this.
Yeah,
I've
for
actually, it's really scary. But
so,
I hope your
blessings
family's
open.
okay
Yeah,
too. If they're there.
we're going through. My girlfriend escaped, so
Oh,
she like
good.
she's at the crib now.
I keep telling my mom, I'm like, can you leave? And she's like, we have dogs. I'm like, Mom,
bring them.
I'm like, yeah.
They can
She
go
has
with
a
you.
really massive dog though, like
Oh.
a really big golden retriever that I don't know how would fit in the car to be honest. But
Hopefully
know.
everything's okay.
I know
We're gonna
storms
pray.
are so
We
scary.
got
Thanks.
these. Storms are scary.
Addison, I want to ask about your relationship with your fans. I mean, you've been blowing up since you were like a teenager, and a lot of artists right now are speaking out about fans that are crossing boundaries, and like Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter are bonding. I know Sabrina's one of your friends. So how is your relationship with them, and what do you think about that?
I mean, honestly, I respect Chapel so much. I've only met her one time and she was absolutely incredible and amazing and just so kind and like very chill and down to chat. And yeah, I love her and I support anything that she's saying. I totally get the perspective. I'm very much one to like understand all sides of everything and really try and think about all sides of it. It's obviously a really tricky subject, but I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty okay with it. As long as people show me the respect they want to receive, I'm good. You know,
You're always gracious. You're always.
I always say
taking
the
photos
golden
at all
rule
moments.
is just treat people the way you want to be treated.
what
And
you
that to me
understand.
should guide your experience, you know? And that could
Facts.
mean many different things for different people in the
Yeah.
way they want to be treated. But I think it's always treat people the way you want to be treated. Even for the fans, it's like just treat people the way you want to be treated. And remember that and be respectful to the people that you love and appreciate their art. So
There's a heart inside still. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Inside each
exactly.
and every one of us. And just remember that's that's what leads us, that's what guides us, and that's what connects us. Is
Exactly.
that, we all have that same ticker.
Exactly. And and everyone wants to be respected and cared for and not feel like they're being treated like they're
Yeah.
some animal or on the
Yeah.
street or something. So I get it. It's all sides of it. And Chapel's had an amazing year so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. But I'm sure it's extremely overwhelming to just go from here to here. And I totally feel for that too, because I feel like when I moved here from Louisiana, to LA, it was just such a different experience, and it's really hard to adjust. And when you're already, dealing with that on your own, it's just like feels really fast. Everything.
Just got Raising Cane's in LA
I
and
know.
Whataburger, so it's
I
like,
know, I'm
I
like,
can
everybody-
understand what
yeah.
the transition is tough.
Imagine how
yo.
Raising Cane's feels.
Yeah.
And then when you see your fans that were fans of you from when you first started on TikTok, and now they're like front row at shows watching
It's
you.
so
perform.
wild.
Yeah,
It's
what's that
so
like?
wild. It's really amazing. It's so funny because a lot of times whenever someone will come up to me, they'll say, "Oh my gosh, I've been, following you since you started on TikTok, like since 2019." And they'll be like, "And now I love this song." And I'm like, how special that like there's a journey that's happening not only in my life but like with someone that can come along for the ride and really enjoy everything. So
Go with it,
So
yo.
are you in a
Very
space
exciting.
now where you're just writing? Are we looking into like maybe an EP or an album? What is that looking like, girl?
know. We're writing, but I'm not ready to talk about anything yet because I really think it's important for me to have it all, set in stone and ready and laid out for me, even visually and artistically. So, yeah, I don't have much to share about it yet, but definitely always writing, always working on music. Yeah.
There's some stuff in that cell phone that's not
Right.
titled the thing that it's going to end up being titled when it
Maybe
comes out.
so,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But yo, I mean, Backseat Bitch, it does kind of have a ring to it. I'm not even gonna lie. Dude.
It could have worked.
It could have worked, but Diet Pepsi does go down smooth.
Right.
Fam. Not even gonna front, dude.
Well, we
Oh,
cannot
man.
wait to see what else you have for us on the
Thank you.
screen when it comes to music.
Thank you
And
so
everything you always do
much.
online is so fun to watch too.
Send you
So we
just
just have to say thank you so much. One more
December
time for Addison Ray.
13.
Thank
Just making sure
you.
December is available in your calendar.
I
girl,
know.
That's all.
Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.